All right, we're getting some alerts coming through as this cold day gets ahead of us, and you can only imagine what's going through. But one of the alerts that we've got through here is that there's a road closure on the N10 between Cradock and Port Elizabeth. Apparently 2 trucks have collided. No fatalities have been reported, but also there's heavy snow in other parts of the Eastern Cape that's causing a lot of havoc. So please do stay with us. We, of course, will bring you some comprehensive reports on the weather and the traffic when Rob joins us in the next hour. Joel will also give us another weather report, but that's what we are hearing at this point. So if you're in the Eastern Cape, please, the N10 at this point in time between Cradock and PE, please be careful. That road is closed. So that's just a quick alert we thought we'd bring you. All right, let's move into the front pages of the newspapers now on this Tuesday morning. And of course, the business day is the first one that we've got. And business day talking about that jobless rate, really 10%. Capitec CEO says huge informal sector must be countered. Capitec CEO Gerrie Fourie is calling on South Africa to rethink its unemployment metric, contending that when the vast informal sector is taken into account, the headline figure of 32.9% could be closer to 10%. Okay, there's a different take on the unemployment rate there. Agency sees little reason to lift ratings. That's Moody's we're talking about, in comments that suggest little room for the credit rating to move upward anytime soon. Moody's expects a mild pickup in growth to about 1.8% by 2027 and government debt to hover around 80% of GDP for the next 2 to 3 years. So that's predictions there. Mantashe gets his day in court. After a 3-year wait, Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe on Monday finally had his day in court for the hearing of his application to have a part of former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo's state capture report scrapped. So that's another story they are taking there. Also, the surge continues is what they are focusing in on. This is the Metals and Mining Index showing how well it's doing, onward and upward. That is for platinum. So yeah, that's very much so the focus of the business day. Let's move on to the next one, and that of course is the Citizen. Citizen talking about food safety crisis looms. Will your child be the next to die from toxic food? Government seems to have abandoned a pledge to employ more than 500 new health inspectors following the national disaster declared last year over the food poisoning deaths of scores of children. So that's what they're focusing in on. Beautiful photo, a woman next to a white lotus flower in Vietnam. That's in Westlake, Hanoi. Beautiful. The flowers deemed sacred in Egypt bloom from late May to August. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Imagine going and seeing those. Anyway, Tuju has his say over budget of betrayal. EFF leader says that the budget is anti-poor. He's really not happy there, and Treasury operates as shadow government. And dehorning slashes poaching by 80%. That's what some stats say from the Kruger Park.